Morning. Taking you up to the top so the dogs don't hear me so much. And try and get out of the tent because I want them to stay warm. It was another -6 last night. Could have been colder. I gave up checking. It was freezing. I had to get up several times to get the stove going just to keep the heat in the tent so we didn't freeze. But chilly. So this is our rest day, last day. It's 8:40. I haven't seen a soul about. No other idiots are out. Just us. Had a good night's sleep. I woke up about 7:30 and I was feeling the cold then because the tent had frost inside. As you can see, more of the river's freezing. Yeah, it's cold. Right, back to the tent, have some coffee and some protein bars. Sit rep. 9:23 and croaky. And we've done nothing. They had treats. They're now having a wash, as you can see. Better than me. I've not even had a wash. Getting the tent warmed up. I think I know my mistake with the stove. I didn't stick the wood near the stove. You know, the piles were there, but there's a good 12 inches or 18 inches between the stove and the firewood. Whereas previously I've been sticking it underneath and then chucking it on when it's nice and because the stove dries it out, you see. So when I was putting it in, it was roaring because the wood had been dried out. But I hadn't done it last night. Don't ask me why. Maybe she swallowed a fly. I don't know. I made a mistake. So I think now, look, I'm putting it in now and now it's burning. Silly mistakes cost you. So I keep trying to bring these dogs nearer to the fire safely so that down don't catch fire. And they keep sliding. I didn't realise I've pitched on a slide. When the grass is up, you don't realise, do you? So they keep sliding down to the tent. So it's not me that's pushing them over there. Haven't seen anyone, haven't heard anyone. The sun is just about coming up. Last night I couldn't do no star photos because we got a right freezing fog that came over and covered everything. Yep, last night was the coldest by far. So if the other one was -6 last night, and I'm not exaggerating, I mean that river's frozen. You saw the dog bow. I mean that was solid nearly. I had to step on it to get the ice out, whereas normally I just knock it out. So, and the tent had tons of frost on the inside, but that's all gone thankfully now. A good tent. I'm still impressed with it because, you know, it does everything it says. As long as it don't leak in heavy rain, then it goes up in the marks. And in them freezing temps, the zips have not caused me any problems. So, you know, that's cold, isn't it? So, you know what I mean? If it can take them temps and no issues, then I should be alright with the zips. Will you stop growling? Started being grouchy. Don't know what she's grouchy about. Trust me, I felt a minute ago. They got these lovely dog jackets, I said, and then we got the down jacket. Look at her dopey so-and-so. I don't know if you can see her. I should have the flash on, really. But yeah, I felt underneath where the down was, and it was nice and warm. So Back to my favourite job in the morning. It's 11 o'clock. I haven't seen a soul. I mean, last couple of days I've seen the odd person. This is a Saturday as well. December the 2nd. It's going to be Christmas, my God. This is like a Christmas card, isn't it, with all this frost and whiteness. But, yeah, knowing about just us idiots out here on the freezing cold. I'd say it's probably about freezing or just above, like 1 degree. So sunshine over there. I wish it would come over here. Does make a difference, a bit of sun, even though I don't think temperature-wise it makes much difference. It just kind of lightens the area up, makes you feel brighter. Stella's resting in a tent. She's had a good gander around. I'm trying to keep her moving because she'll need to tighten up. But it's her rest day. These two have been practicing being idiots, which they're very good at, to be honest. I was just taking it steady. I don't want to be sweating. I've got another layer on, as you can see underneath. That's how cold. Normally I just wear my base layer, merry wool base layer, and my jacket, and that's good enough when walking or hiking. But today I've had to put an insulated jacket underneath. So I don't know what to tell you. Except it's very cold. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, we're on one of these tests to see how long you can suffer in the cold in a hot tent through the night without getting hypothermia. Rebel, get up! Oh, look at his jacket. That's what happened last time. He made his jacket bad. I was sawing away. This is on the first day. I stopped sawing to sort his jacket out, and that's when the log pinched my bow saw, and I spent about 45 minutes trying to get it out. Thank you, Rebel. So yeah, we haven't got hypothermia yet, but that stove last night, I think it was a mixture of the lack of wind, any wind. Look at it now, it's hardly a breeze at all, and me not drying the wood out good enough. And combined, it was a disaster. And it went on all night, basically. I think 3, 4 in the morning when I was kind of warming the hut out. I can't remember what time it is I got up, but that worked, thank God. So I did something right then. Well, I've checked on medication. Stella's okay for that. I'm okay for food. Obviously, we've got water. I think the lowest thing I'm getting low on is toilet paper, which could be dangerous. Right, back sawing. I was hoping to see people so I could chat to them and see what the latest weather is. See if it's going to be colder tonight. But not a dicky bird. I mean, what are they doing? They should be out hiking. It's amazing. In the warmer months or whatever, you'd see people up and down all over the place here. Even in the weird, craziest times. Even cycling and everything. Since cold weather comes, you see no one. Which is nice for me, but it's strange. They're missing out on so much. So much fun out here. But at least we have the place to ourselves. Look at these two. He'll pick a stick up, she'll want it. She'll pick a stick up, he'll want it. It's just so stupid, isn't it? Right, back sawing. I'm just babbling and one lot done. 11:30, let's see what the tropical temperatures are. So they increase, I had it on the ground. No, they decrease because there's a bit of a breeze. Oh, are you going to make 0? Come on, you can do it. Oh, feel like temperature is 0. Yep, there you go. Oh, now we're getting into the -1. Go on, go for a -1. You can do it. So I'm facing where the breeze is normally, see. But it's hardly any breeze. I can't hardly feel it. You're going to do it, aren't you? Oh, no way. I didn't think it was that cold. I'm getting used to it. Yeah, just under -2. Wow. And that's, oh, you've done it now. And that's at 11:30 in the morning. Oh, don't keep going down. It's scaring me. So you can imagine what it was last night in the early hours. Well, I think that's the last of the wood cutting for me. I've got plenty. 1:45. I've just been busy chopping wood, sorting camp out, cleaning up, burying dog droppings. All I got to do is whatever they do tomorrow in the morning. But listen, how quiet. Nothing. So beautiful. You think everyone's out Christmas shopping, fighting for the last Christmas bird or for the last turkey, because they sell out quite quick nowadays, don't they? Stuff they're a shorter supply. Not like years ago, you could wait till the last day and get everything. I know one year I went for turkeys. I searched around everywhere, and that was like a week and a half before Christmas. Oh, monster's out. Had to ruin it, didn't he? They've been good. Stella was shivering because I made a mistake. I didn't get water, so she went to get water, and obviously she's put her feet in the water, and it's absolutely ice cold. Stupid girl. There's plenty of dead trees you could saw down officially, but I wouldn't dare touch them because you just don't know how alive they are deep down. You know what I mean? They might reshoot later on. But there's no need really. When I first got here I thought there's no wood, but when you start looking around there's plenty of wood. You just got to hunt around. But I did get a log from up there yesterday thinking I was cutting corners by getting it because it was down off the ground. And it didn't look too bad, but it looked old. And when I cut through it, it seemed fine, but when it came in the tent and thawed out, it was obviously iced out. It was quite manky, so I ditched all that out. No good to me. It's better off getting something solid. Look at this stuff, it's brilliant. And I split it, as you can see. I'll try to find the biggest bit. Probably that's the biggest bit I can see from here. Oh. But I've got a lot of smaller pieces, you know what I mean? Great starter, I call them starter pieces or whatever. I even use the chippings because it's brilliant for starting a fire. Hopefully, but there's no breeze. And you need a bit of air sometimes, don't you, to kind of get the fire going. That helps as well. I moved all the branches and all that were near the tent back to where they seem to be falling. I don't know what's going on. It seems to be getting bigger, that part. But I don't see any branches on the tree that look like they're falling. Weird. Maybe it's me. But they seem to be scattered around here as well. That's before. I haven't heard anything at night. I haven't seen no deer except at distance. Obviously the guy shooting them, the word's got round, stay away. But, and I did think stalking season was over here, but obviously I was wrong. Sure, funny times. This is hence the yellow jackets on the dogs. You just don't know, different estates shoot at different times. Well, we've had a good few days. We certainly enjoyed some of the harsh, cold weather. Borderline. I was thinking today, when would I call it? You know what I mean? When would I say it's too cold? And I think about -10, I think I would start saying that's enough. With the gear we got now, you know what I mean? The stove's fine, but I don't think my sleeping mat, it's a Corinthia Defence something, I have to tell you. I know they're only as good as the mat underneath, and I'll give you credit there, you know what I mean? I've been lying on a cot with foam mats and windscreen shields and tarp folded and all that, so it's not the best insulation underneath me, so I'll give you credit there, so it might be okay, but I wouldn't trust it in Scottish winters, you know what I mean, in the actual snow and things like that. You need a down bag, I think, for that. But it's done good, and I like it, but it's been tested, and as I say, I don't know what the temperatures have been getting later in the morning. You know what I mean? I'm not going out every hour to take temperatures. If it's a cold one tonight, I might get out and take a temperature in the morning and see what it is later in the morning, about 4ish. But I'm telling you, last night was a very, very cold morning, if you get what I mean, in the early hours. Right, I'm going to start the fire. I've got plenty of wood. It's 1 o'clock. I can have lunch at a reasonable time instead of at 5 o'clock. Nothing else to tell you. I'll chat to you later if there's anything happen. If not, I'm going to just put my feet and relax. Go on then, you two. Go on, go on. Yeah, that's fine. Go fine. Go fine. Fine. 5 o'clock. Ice Station Zebra. Feels like it. They seem quite relaxed, don't they? Anyway, had my lunch earlier, done my chores, bored. Let the fire go out nearly, that's my fault, not the fire. It'll pick up, it'll catch in a minute. I've got to have faith. Don't want to go home tomorrow, but basically I have to because I'm running out of toilet paper. That's the only reason I have to go back. Oh, and the dogs would have to hunt deer because they got no food. I've got enough food for another 2 days, I think, for me. Always bring too much. I think the reason is I was skipping a couple of lunches, hot meals, and having chocolate instead, which is totally healthy, isn't it? So plans. What next? Good question. Because I'm thinking about it, but that's what I was pondering a minute ago. Well, what should I do next? I normally go away Christmas Day because I'm not one into all this festive yo ho ho. I'm the original Scrooge, I am. I mean, they based the story on me. No, you know what it's like. I'm 64, family, or my son's grown up and moved miles and miles away in another country. Closest family members all passed away, sadly. It's just me and the dog. So when you get to that age, what do? You don't have family gatherings, do you? Not unless you've got loads of grandchildren or something and they invite you. So I've never been into it. I've got to be honest. It was only when I had my son in the early years that, you know, you loved the Christmas feeling and kind of buying presents and stuff like that, just to see the faces and kind of get into it. But I've never been a Christmassy person. I like the Christmas period. I like to see the lights. I like to hear the carols and, you know, get that festive feeling. But I don't like all the kind of glitz that goes with it and kind of, you know, retail therapy and all that rubbish. Because you know what it's like in January, everyone's depressed and everyone's completely skint because they spent too much and they shouldn't have spent money they shouldn't have spent, and they're paying it back for the next 3 months. So apart from that, moaning and being grumpy about it, yeah, I normally go away on Christmas Day, not because I'm trying to get away from it, but because it feels more Christmassy normally when you're away in the snow or the cold or the frost and all that. Like now, you know, it feels Christmassy now. But Christmas is only about, I don't know, about 3 weeks. It's second today. By the time I go back, it's third. Yeah, it's 22 days. So it might be a bit close for us to get away in 3 weeks' time. And I haven't even got an idea where we'd go. But we might go in the new year, just before the snows all kick in. Or we might be lucky enough to get caught in some snow. Like last time. But I don't know. It will be for us on the next one. It will be somewhere we go is totally different from searches and all that. Just to not give us a break, but do something for us where I go to somewhere where I don't start looking through the bracken and don't go up a Munro to check the high ground or anything like that. It's becoming a habit now with me. I'm literally doing it everywhere I go now, so I've got to stop doing that. It's become addictive. But I will be back here. Accounts what the weather does. If it's not January, February, definitely coming back in March. If I do come back here January, February, it might be using the hut, but there again, the distance is too far for Stella, so it doesn't make a good point. That you know, it's useless. We have to hike about 3 miles to start searching, and then you know, if we're hiking another 3 miles, 6 miles out, 6 miles back is far too much for Stella. So all I can say is you have to wait and see. But I shall say now, on the point of Christmas, I hope all my subscribers and anyone viewing these videos, and that includes Neil's family members and his friends, all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we'll see you soon. I don't know when. I'll see you in the morning when we're packing up. Let's bye from now.